Hey guys. Hey.
I'm my palm.
I like this room since it's been redone. It's really get some nice stuff here.
Welcome to Rock and Talk. Today we're live on location at the Bovine Sex Club with founder and captain of this ship, Darryl Fine. Welcome to Rock and Talk, Darryl. Thanks for having us here.
Thanks for doing this interview.
Oh, it's been a great honor to do this. And now, let's talk about the bar here, Darryl. Upcoming this month is the 20th anniversary.
That's correct.
Tell us, what does it take to be the flagship bar of Queen Street and run it for 20 years consistently, without any real change? Really, it's been the same pretty much, and people still keep coming after 20 years. What's the secret?
Well, the secret is to have customers like you, first and foremost. But I think it has changed a lot in 20 years. I think that the people that maybe you and I started coming here with 20 years ago were kind of a group of close insiders in the early 90s who were at all the shows and knew all the stars. And I mean, we didn't have live music then, so Chris was bringing everybody down. And
that's Chris Shepard.
Chris Shepard, one of
DJ.
the original partners here with Wesley Thoreau. And you know, and Wesley had a big sound and lighting production company, and so he was connected to the industry. And so we knew a lot of production people. There was always people like Bruce McDonald and the Black Walk people, and they have all the video people making all. So it was more of a kind of a rock and roll Cheers in the beginning, and then slowly as we moved into the 90s, Queen Street got a little tougher, as you remember, and our buddies were all around, running around on their motorcycles, and the hair got longer, and the boom boom room was booming, and the Black Bull was 29 Harleys in a row, and moving with that when the left bank opened and all that sort of stuff. I think Queen Street got a little tougher, and the bar got a little tougher, and fortunately, it worked its way out of the bar eventually. I mean, we're still friends with everybody, but at the same time, when the live music program started and people like the Sinister started playing, and they were all running around with flattened hair and makeup and pancake white faces, and I think that got rid of the tough guys. And slowly but surely, they all became friends. But the tougher older people moved out, and then we sort of became more of a live music club. And I think that's what we've been for the last 10 years. 3 nights a week we do live music, and the regulars are always welcome. So I think that constant courtesy to the regulars is part of the success.
It sure is, and I've always felt very welcome here. Darryl, because of the anniversary festivities this month, tell us some of the bands that are going to be here. I know that some of my favorites are coming, Come On and The Ugly, and the Sinisters, as you mentioned. Who else, and what days are these?
Well, our kickoff party is tomorrow night, which is February 12th, and it's a little bit of one of the flavors of our genres at the Bovine. So in the early 2000s, we got hooked up with the Warped Tour, and Kevin Lyman, who runs it, and all the bands would come after, and we'd go up to the Warped Tour and bring the Bovine bartenders with us in a tent. We'd make a bar and serve them drinks after, so we kind of mobile Bovine. And so they're kicking off with us, and the Flatliners are playing with St. Alvia and Hunter, and those are sort of that genre of live rock at the Bovine. And Kevin's going to guest DJ. He's flying in from California. And then on the 17th, we have Carol Pope playing with DJ James St. Bass is going to be here. He's an old Bovine DJ, and I think we're going to get Scott Carnes to do a mini set. And I don't know if you know Barnaby Marshall. Barnaby Marshall does all the videos at the Drake and does a whole thing online. He's coming to sort of VJ in the back room. And then on the 18th we have, the 19th we have the Sinisters are playing, and Come On is playing in the next week with Brooklyn Fletcher and Biblical. Do you know who Biblical is?
No, I don't.
That's Nick Sewell's new band.
Oh, cool.
From the Illuminati.
Cool, awesome.
So that'll be really cool. And then we have Robert Gordon coming in, who's a rockabilly legend, on the 26th. And then when March starts, we have the reformation of the Asexuals, which is a very cool thing. And that's when your buddies in the Ugly are playing. They're playing on the Saturday, that's March 5th, and then March 4th, because they're doing 2 shows, the Asexuals. We also have Stark Naked and the Fleshtones. which is another Darryl genre band. Of course, I'm aging myself. And
older than I am.
Groovy Religion is playing. I don't know if you know William New. Yeah, so that's going to be a real old school weekend. And then we slide right into CMW and stay open till 4 o'clock in the morning for the last 5 days of our anniversary month. So that'll be a lot of fun. And I tell the regulars all the time, of course there'll be courtesy for you, but since there's so many of you, you can always tell your friends to buy tickets online and then text me at the door.
Awesome. You've also had some pretty cool, famous guys DJing here. I know Ian Blurton from Come On is DJed here, legendary DJ Vanya. As we said, Chris Shepard, who's such a influential guy, he like broke out big bands himself, like the Cult and people like that.
He dragged the Cult down here all the time.
Yeah, he did. You've had very famous people, very like, I mean, can we just go through the list here?
For DJing?
People that have also DJed and hung out here too.
I was just thinking about Don Letts DJ. Do you know who Don Letts is?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, some people go, Don Letts, and I remind them.
Well, I had to look it up.
Yeah, look it up. But Don Letts DJ here during, I think, North by Northeast or CMW a few years ago. And that went really well, although he was kind of kooky back here. He had the volume on 150% the whole time. It's okay, Darryl, I've been doing this for 30 years, he said. I said, okay, buddy. And we've had Nikki Sixx DJ here. We've had Jello Biafra DJ here. So, you know, sometimes the after party sort of famous guy DJ thing works out, but you know,
well,
you could probably. Why don't you tell some stories about famous people?
Well, the after parties here. Well, everybody comes here after any show, so you know, if there's a big concert, people come after the show here, especially during like North by Northeast or whatever. Let me run down the list of famous guys and people that are girls too. I mean, I met. Brody Dow from Spinner right here, The Cult, Soundgarden, Caius, Foo Fighters, Queens of Stone Age, Motley Crue, Metallica, Guns N' Roses. Do you have any personal story? Well, you don't have to give too much stuff away that are private.
I was just next door with Cam
stories.
Carpenter, and he's been coming here forever. He's next door having a beer, and he said to me, you know, we should do a geography of the Bovine because certain people like to sit in certain spots. So right by the office door, that's where Bruce Dickinson likes to stand. And every time he comes here, he stands in the same place. And just across from the washroom on the bench is where Marilyn Manson likes to sit. And just over here on my right is where Joe Strummer used to like to sit. And they always come back to the same place at the Bovine. It's kind of weird that way. And people like, you know, Jesse from Eagles of Death Metal, they like to sit in my office lounge. And usually they hide down there until the last call. And then they come up and get their pick of the ladies and things like that. So the geography of where people sit is kind of a funny thing as well.
That's interesting. And after all the years that I've been here, I've never been to your office. And
wow.
Darryl.
That's because I really like you.
Okay. Darryl, now finally I'm going to ask you one last question.
Sure.
What advice do you have to new establishments and any kind of new entrepreneur that wants to get into this kind of rock genre establishment, serving the public and bringing bands and stuff? What advice would you give? What is your secret for the longevity and the success and the respect that this establishment has in you yourself?
Stay in the background. Really let the staff and the customers and the bands have their kind of home away from home living room. If you're the kind of owner that likes to get on stage and announce bands and get in everyone's face, I think that you flame up and then burn out. Yeah, I mean that's the problem. Is it's not an easy life, and you don't sleep a lot. And you certainly, when you do sleep, you're missing your family and friends because they're awake and working. So, you know, you have to really decide to become part of the background as much as possible. You know, of course, you have to treat everybody well. Treat your regulars well. Treat your staff well, and they'll stay forever. Like Chrissy and all the lovely people.
The prettiest bartender in the whole city is Chrissy Lankin.
There she is over there.
She's best. She's so beautiful.
And you know, always remember that you can try different things as well. You don't always have to be a punk rock bar or a hard rock bar. You know, we've done crazy electro nights here, and we've had crazy fetish nights here that I can't tell about in public. You know, we've had big dance parties for Skate for Cancer that seem completely out of place at the Bovine, where, you know, people like Good Charlotte are dancing to R&B on stage. I don't know. It's just, you know, you just can't really get pigeonholed. And I know a lot of people walk by the front of the Bovine and they feel like it's this big scary place until they get inside and they realize that it's a really, you know, it's a warm and friendly atmosphere.
It's one of the only few places I can walk in and feel like I'm walking into my house. It's really awesome.
Yes.
Everybody's so nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Darryl, good luck with your upcoming month and the festivities, and continued success.
Thank you very much. I hope to see you here for some of those shows.
You surely will.
Okay.
Thank you for tuning in to Rock and Talk. For further episodes, please tune into our website, pentagram666.com. Thanks again to our DJ and videographer, Scary Jerry LDJ. And we'll look forward to seeing you here at the Bovine Sex Club.
Bovine.
Bovine.
All right.
Dude, how do you like working here at the Bovine Sex Club?
Oh, I love working here. You know that.
You've been here a long time?
Home away from home.
I know, me
On and off,
too.
like,
I live under that
years.
couch over there, actually.
I think I've seen you under there.
So, yeah, it's 20 years, eh?
Yep.
What year did you first start coming here?
I was here pretty early. It would have been like at least 16 years ago or something.
Wow.
But and I've worked on and off here for years.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I think it's because Darryl's such a cool guy. That's the success of the bar.
Yeah. Plus, the bar's always stayed loyal to its customers. So.
Yeah, they didn't like. I know he says there's changes, but it's not a lot of changes. It's pretty consistently. It's rock and roll. That's what it is. Rock and roll.